Hey guys, what's up? Your pal out here. I wanted to let you guys know that the next couple of videos are not going to be your standard run-of-the-mill videos that you usually see around here. I hope you enjoy them. They're all about something that I attended called Momentum. It was basically a seminar that showed us the proper ways of creating a brand and distributing it and marketing it, and also doing like bigger and better things with a company that you started from the ground up. It's entrepreneur stuff. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, remember to hit that like button. And if you're new here, remember to hit subscribe, notify, and leave a comment and say hi. I'll say hi back to you. Well, without further ado, enjoy.
One eternity later.
What's up, freaks? Your pal out here. Today is Momentum Day. Going to a summit. A get-together, a gathering, if you will, of the, I'm trying to film him, of the most elite, the most improbable entrepreneurs that are out there, if that's even a word. So without further ado, let's freak out. Business style. Yeah.
Please stand clear of the doors.
They told me to go upstairs and press M for Mickey.
I wish I could tell you that I was going over mountains and waterfalls and streams and incredible stuff, but I fell standing up. We had clip-in shoes, and I couldn't get out of the shoes, and I went down like a rock. So if I'm a little slow, I apologize. I purposely have not taken any pain medication today so I can speak without slurring my words. It's such a pleasure to come here. You know, some of the things that Lou started off with talking about is incredible, and I just want to take a second and tell you that change is going to happen whether you want it to happen or not. So change is inevitable, and one of the things that Lou was talking about earlier is change. The other thing he was talking about is passion. Without passion, I wouldn't be here today, and we wouldn't be successful. I like to use the word we versus the word I, because I have a team. I have people, I like to surround myself with people that are smarter than I am. And a lot of restaurateurs say, oh, I don't want to open up there because so-and-so's across the street, and this one's down the road, and oh my God, this one's coming, and I'm really afraid of the business they'll take away. Instead of having an attitude as though, wow, we're gonna create a corridor, and business is only going to increase because there's more people and there's more restaurants open. So, and I also want to tell you that smiling and laughter are probably the most infectious emotions available. The whole world is changing like you'll never believe another 10, 15 years. Look at electric cars. Every manufacturer, do you know electric cars were built in the 20s? They had a whole bunch of electric cars. And what they did is they took them back and they burned them because they wanted people to use our fossil fuels and gas. So all the electrical cars, they might be one or two, or you might find one in a magazine that's for sale. Electric cars were around almost at the start of gas cars. So that the world is a different place. And without research and development, you can't find all those things out, and you can't learn and become better.
This is a great quote. Yep. It's basically brand can be summed up as the intangible sum of a product's attributes.
Business or service, but this is perfect.
And it's kind of intentionally ambiguous because a brand encompasses a lot of things that necessarily you can't touch or feel. And we're going to get into that. But.
And Colin did a presentation on Pinterest. there was a couple of things. Look, Colin is not necessarily what the quote-unquote traditional Pinterest demographic is. I do not believe he's a 27-year-old woman. Maybe he is. I don't know. It doesn't really matter. But I found out 3 minutes into his presentation that Colin is in fact an expert on Pinterest. That's why he's here. So take it over.
It's helpful to have a base of content.
Okay.
Yes, so you're ahead of the game on that aspect of things. Personally, I repin a lot of my old content throughout the week. Right now, I try to put out anywhere from 1 to 3 articles a week. I try to get closer to 3, but more recently I just haven't had the time, to be quite honest, because I'm working on other projects behind the scenes. But if you can, the more content, the better in a lot of cases. But don't do like I did, try to do a post every single day, or actual blog post every single day, because you will go insane, I promise you. It catches up with you.
Well, we have a block here.
Oh, we have a block.
We are at the Momentum 19, which I thought was the 19th one, but it's the 4th one. So far, the guy who spoke, we saw the creator of
I know, that was incredible.
What you missed before he left is he sold the company for $75 million.
Oh, wow.
So he's still developing other things. I wonder what concept he's developing if he did. But he said he was.
Oh, he was.
There's another one. But he says it's new. I'm thinking it's, remember they were talking about a Haunted Mansion restaurant?
That's right. That's right. He did the Yak and Yeti, so.
Yeah, Yak and Yeti is his too.
Awesome, man, we're halfway through.
So we should open restaurants by the end of this, maybe.
We should, probably.
I spoke to this guy over here, it's Colin Kendall.
Yes.
He's
Colin, say hi.
Pinterest guy.
Yes.
And of other things also. Good photographer, I know that.
Yes, I'm definitely going to get a Pinterest set up after that. But for right now, we're going to eat lunch, so we'll be back in a little bit here.
Oh, there's a. If you don't like the wrap, there is a guy.
Oh, wow.
And an apple.
Oh.
Hold on, ready?
I'm not trusting anybody who says that.
No.
No, Disney taught me different. All right, here we go. They don't serve coffee upstairs, but they have a Joffrey's right in the lobby. So we're here. We're grabbing some coffee and we're heading back for round 2 of Momentum.
Yeah, neither do I. I'll kill myself. I mean, sometimes I'll do good, but sometimes
Pumpkin
I'll kill
ice
myself.
latte.
I'll be like,
Recommended by Panda.
just 1,000? What's going on here?
He's got very good.
We know we have to do it, but you create that one video and the next day you gotta create another one. Every time you create one, you just have to turn around and create another. And it just feels like this, gosh, what am I gonna make for this video today? So today you might get a few tips for a set that you use all the time. So think through that. Girls, you can change out the jewelry, and I like to have a jacket or a no jacket and shake that up and just making a few slight changes just so that the videos aren't the exact same.
And this is the way I remember it. It's not exactly how it happened at all. In my mind, this is how I remember it. We're talking and she says that she was a lawyer too, and she just left her job, and I'm like, oh, wow, that's cool. And she didn't say like, oh, I heard your story and you left your job too, because when people say that to me, and then I'm like, oh, I quit my job because I listened to your, I get very nervous. Like, the Italian Catholic guilt quotient goes way up. And so in my mind, I'm hearing, oh, I heard you were a lawyer and you quit your job and moved to Florida. I did that too. And I'm like, oh my God, do as I say, not as I do. And we're talking some more. And she's like, yeah, after I left Columbia, I went to Harvard Law School, and now I'm having legitimate palpitations. And I'm like, I went to Seton Hall and was a personal injury lawyer. Like so now I'm literally freaking out. And she's like, and I don't know what I'm gonna do next. I'm like, out of guilt, I'm like, you should just come to Momentum. I have nothing else to give you. I've got like stickers. I didn't have charging banks back then. I had nothing to give her. So I was like, I can give a sticker and I can talk to you about Momentum. I'm like, I need to somehow save this woman's, bad choices that she's made in her life. I've come to know her a great deal over the past 3 years, and I have a feeling she would agree with me that it probably was the best decision she ever made. Other than getting on Instagram, which is what she's going to talk about today. Lisa Zanardo-Glasser.
First of all, I did not drop Harvard or Columbia in our first conversation. That was like 2 days later, and we were drinking Your feed is like your front yard, but you don't live in a model home. You live in a real place. Now, if you've got a presence and you've got a shop, like a physical brick and mortar shop, and you've got product, or a lot of people who have are in the cooking space or something like that, or you're really just trying to showcase your graphic design skills or something, you might want to take the time or prioritize putting together something that looks like this.
So periodically, after everybody speaks, or a few people speak actually, we take a minute to talk to each other and interact and coexist with each other to figure out better marketing strategies and stuff like that. So really interesting stuff here.
Hi, everybody.
Oh,
there you go. I could have done some damage. It's fine. All right, how's everybody's energy level? Are you feeling all right? Had a little break, which is good. Hopefully get some caffeine if you need it. All right, before I start, because I know I'm going to forget, I'm going to take a selfie video. Yay! All right. So, Momentum 19 with all of these amazing people. All right, now that's done. I'll post it later. I wish I could tag you all, but this is probably my #1 thing, okay? Ask for feedback. There is nothing that will connect us to an audience quicker than starting conversations with them. That's really how relationships are made, is when there is a two-way conversation. And social media can be a one-way conversation where we just show up and go, hey, here's what I'm doing. Hey, here's what I'm doing. Hey, here's what I'm doing. And they're like, that's great for you. We want to get people talking back to us. And of course, comments and engagement and interaction help our social media. So it's really a win-win. But so many times as business owners, we're trying to figure out what to give people. We're sitting there at home going, what do they want from me? What problem can I solve? I wonder what kind of content they like. I tried this new thing. I wonder if they liked it, or maybe they didn't. We have all these questions. And the fact is, people love to tell you their opinion.
When I have free time, I'm going to go through and I'm going to read all those emails. I go through to make sure I didn't get any money from a Nigerian prince, or, and then I delete them, right? But there were two things that you talked about. I cannot stress the importance of your email list. It is the only thing you own. It is the only thing you have complete control and autonomy over, right? Social media networks are going to come and go. 10 years from now, people remember Instagram? Like, who would have thought? Now, a lot of you guys are probably too young, but who would have thought 10 years ago that MySpace was a joke? Right. How much time did we invest in putting our little animated GIF rainbow things and like our profile pictures? We just wanted, what was his name? Tim, Mike, whoever the hell it was, right? Because MySpace was it, right? That time is our most valuable commodity. You need to give people a reason to watch, or watch through the commercial, depending on where you're doing it. Give yourself a couple of bullet points, 2 or 3 key points that you want to hit. Your CTA, just write the letters CTA. What do you want people to do as a result of watching your video? Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. Indiana Jones is he's at the precipice of the chasm, right? And he's getting ready to cross, and he knows literally the Holy Grail is on the other side, and there's no ground in front of him. What does he do? He took a step. He literally took a leap of faith. You need to be Indiana Jones every time you go live. You need to just turn. It's not going to be perfect. It's not. You're going to forget things that you're going to say. It doesn't matter. The only person that knows is you, right? And I think the more vulnerable, the more authentic you are, the more relatable you are, the more people like you, because they appreciate that. And
So that's it for day 1. We're going to come back here tomorrow for day 2 of Momentum. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, leave a like, and remember to subscribe and get notified so you see more videos just like this one. We've had our freak out. Now it's time to pass out. Everybody's leaving. We'll see you real soon. I'm gonna be famous on them YouTubes.